All right, let's do some sketching of some parabolas. In part A, we have f of x equals x minus 2 quantity squared plus 5. I don't know what marker this is. Remember, when you subtract from the variable, that says to move right. So in this case, we'll move right 2. When you add to the function, that says to move up. In this case, we'll move up 5. So you don't have to draw this part, but our standard parabola I'm going to draw here in blue. So we're going to just take this graph here, move it 2 to the right and up 5. So instead of it being centered at 0, 0, by moving it 2 to the right and up 5, it's now centered at 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just made it. Almost there. That center we call the vertex. And when you are in HK format, the vertex is very nice. It's H comma K. Easy peasy. Same idea in part B. Let's break this down. We have an A and an H in this one. The negative says to reflect vertically. So we would say the phrase opening down. You only can use that for a parabola. The 1/2 will make it vertically compress. The compression occurs because the y values are growing at half the speed they normally would. And again, if you're subtracting from the variable, like we are here, that says move right. In this case, 3 units. So again, you don't have to draw this part. This would be a standard parabola. Poorly drawn, of course. To do the transformation, we're going to take that, move it to the right 3. Notice we're not moving it up or down or anything because there's no k value. And we're going to flip it so it opens down, and then it's a little bit wider because of the compression. So it should look something closer to this. Now, I'm not going to care if you make it wider or not as wide as the one I have there in purple. All I care about is shape and position. Is it a U-shaped curve? Yep. Is it in the right position? Yep. And notice that, oh my gosh. How many did I move it over, guys? I moved it over 2. I needed to move it 3. Counting's hard sometimes. Totally not editing this out. So moving it over 3, let me try this again. All right, I'm prouder of that, I guess. So notice again, the vertex is 3, 0, which is HK. K is what you subtract from X. We are subtracting 3. I'm sorry, H is what you subtract from X, so we are subtracting 3, so H is 3. K is what you add to the function. Well, we're technically adding nothing. So K is 0. Let's try one more of this type. One that has an A, an H, and a K. So let's go through this again. I'm going to draw it over here. Let's go in order, actually. You want to go in H-A-K order. So H is what you're subtracting from X. We are technically subtracting -4. Since H is negative, and that's our horizontal movement, this actually says to move left 4. And then you want to perform A. A is -3. Breaking it down, the negative says to reflect vertically. The 3 says to vertically stretch. So it's being pulled away from the x-axis. And k is what you add to the function. We're adding 5, so k is 5. So that means up 5. So we're going to have a parabola that has a vertex at -4, 5, hk. It's going to open down due to the reflection and be a little bit thinner. So for, oh no, who made these? Who made these axes here? There's the vertex open. Oh, it just keeps getting worse. Opening down and make it a little bit thinner.